If your appointment show-up rate is below 60%, it's because you are missing out on these three things. We're currently averaging over 1,000 appointments a month in multiple industries, solar, roofing, insurance, just to name a few. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how we managed to get up to 80% appointment show-up rate. But before we get into this, I need you to understand that sometimes your appointment forget they even booked an appointment. So check this out. This is an example.
Hi, Kellen. This is Nora again. Just wanted to quickly confirm your appointment scheduled for today at 12 p.m. Central Time. Does that time still work for you?
Who is this?
Oh, I apologize for the confusion. This is Nora, Nazir's assistant from BusyPipeline. I'm calling to confirm your appointment scheduled for today at 12 p.m. Central Time.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to figure what was it again about? What does he do?
That's a great question. Nazir helps businesses automate lead follow-up and appointment setting using AI so they can book more calls without chasing prospects manually.
Yeah, I've set it
Perfect.
up. I forgot about it. Yeah.
No worries at all, Kellen. Just wanted to make sure you're all set for the appointment. If anything comes up or you'd like to reschedule, you can reply to the calendar invite, use the reschedule link in the invite, or reach out to Nazir directly.
So sometimes a prospect absolutely forget that they book an appointment with you. And after reviewing our data, we saw that, one of the major reasons why people get low show-up rate, or why one of the reasons why appointments don't show, is because they didn't remember to book an appointment, right? So we're going to solve that right now. So one of the first things we do, first things first on the list, is to book your appointment very close, all right? So what I mean by booking your appointment very close is, whenever we work with, companies and agents and reps, we notice that they book their appointments way into the future, right? So if today is Monday and you have a prospect that wants to book an appointment, why would you want to book them for Saturday or like next week, Monday? It doesn't make any sense, right? That's one of the major reasons why your show-up rate is very low, because you keep booking your appointments into the future way ahead, right? So one of the ways you can solve this is by recommending, a much closer time to the prospect. We have some, industries that we're in right now that, if a prospect is not ready to book the appointment within, 3 days, we just have to hold on, right? And just fill our calendar up with, prospects that are basically have the time to talk, right? And that we are able to do that. We're fortunate enough to do that because we have enough appointments coming. We've cracked the system to booking unlimited appointments, so we can, we can do that. I mean, it just makes more sense to just book your appointment as close as possible. That's just one thing I'm going to tell you. And from experience, this has, increased our appointment show-up rate. Booking your appointment as close as possible. Don't book it way into the future. Book it 2-3 days maximum, and you're gonna see fantastic change in your appointment show-up rate. And the second reason why people have a very low show-up rate is because they don't set the reminders, all right? One of the things I've noticed is that, for sales guys, they don't even have a good CRM, a system that they use for appointment setting, right? Which is crazy, right? As a salesperson, of course, you need to have a dialed-in system that works 24 hours, but some guys just don't have it. And you need to understand that setting reminders is not really just about making a few SMS or setting up a few automated texts and emails. That it doesn't cut it anymore, right? Now you need to do something even way more advanced. And one of the ways we do it is by basically setting up AI agents that also make calls, right? If we book an appointment with a prospect, we have AI agents that are ready to, you basically just hop on calls to book appointments with the prospect. That's one of the ways that we do it. The call you listen to, the one I played in the beginning of this video, it's one of the calls that, a prospect basically said, it's an appointment reminder call, right? So we called prospect after booking the appointment. We still call them, after maybe a day or maybe a few hours of them booking the appointment, we call them just to reconfirm the appointment, right? Because we don't have the situation where they say, oh, I forgot. Like, we try to remind them as much as possible. So whoever missed out on our appointment, it has to be something very important. And most times, like, if you miss out on our appointment, we just block you off of the list and you can't book again. And we have to, like, this is for, our company specifically, but for other companies, of course, we, have a more open system, right? But setting reminders is not just about setting up automated emails and SMS that you want to keep sending out. You want to have a very dialed in system, just like I said. We also include phone calls in our appointment reminders, all right? Not a lot of people are doing this, but we are doing it, and that's why we have a fantastic appointment show-up rate, 80% up there, all right? So we have a very good appointment show-up rate by setting reminders and not just automated SMS and automated emails. You want to have something even more better than than that, which is, having systems that also make phone calls, AI agents that make calls to, follow up with booked appointments. I know it sounds weird to you, but you would need to also call people when they book an appointment just so you have a better show up rate. And the best thing is we don't have to do it by ourselves. We have AI agents doing the whole thing. So it's just like a win-win for us. Thirdly, the last thing we do to improve our appointment show up rate is we encourage the prospect to cancel the appointment. Sounds weird, right? But the reason why we do this is because if a prospect is like 60% sure they're gonna show up for the appointment, we rather have them cancel the appointment and make sure they are 100% committed and sure they're gonna show up for the appointment. So if we hop on call to remind the prospect of the appointment, we let our AI agent know, like we let them know, like, yo, you can reschedule. Would you like to reschedule? No. Are you sure you don't want to reschedule? Like we ask them multiple times just to make sure they are committed to the time that they've selected, right? So the reason why we do this is because we would rather have you 100% willing and ready for the appointment than 60% ready, because we don't want to book the slot and then you didn't show up for the appointment when we could have booked someone else there. So we just like to encourage people to reschedule the appointment. So if they persist on saying no, then we know for sure they will be committed to the time. And that's one of the reasons as well why we have a very high appointment show up rate, by encouraging prospects to cancel or reschedule the appointment. Not cancel, but reschedule the appointment, which is something that's not really common in the industry, but we're doing it, and we're having a fantastic appointment show up rate with it. You book appointments very close and you set reminders, and also encourage prospects to reschedule. Your appointment ratio, your appointment show up rates is going to go up there straight to the moon. It's going to skyrocket, right? Because you've dialed in the system. We already doing this, and I can testify to you. So if you have any questions, just drop them down for me in the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye.